think winter is almost over, but just like the groundhog said, don't forget about, we still have late winter to look forward to, and it's returning with a lot of force, a lot of wind energy for this afternoon. So we had 50s, even some of us warmed up into the 60s briefly for this morning, but now we're going to be on a downwind arrow with those gusty winds as high as 51 already from Burke Airport. We have gusts at 47 reported from Mansfield. Ashtabula only had a peak wind gust at 45 so far, and we've got about 6 more hours to go of dealing with some strong winds across Northeast Ohio. So check out the wind speeds. They're sustained anywhere between 15 to 30 miles an hour. We're at gusts at 51 downtown, 43 from Elyria. We have gusts at 37 for Worcester, Wayne County. Good afternoon to you guys. Hold on to your hats because we're going to be clouding back over. Temperatures will be falling. Check it out. 24 hours ago, it was nice, mild. We were just watching out for a little bit of rain. Now we're going to be looking at some rain and snow showers along with falling temperatures. We're about 11 degrees cooler in Elyria 24 hours ago, 9 degrees cooler from Worcester, 10 degrees cooler compared to this time yesterday from downtown. Current temperatures, we have a nice temperature gradient as this cold air is rushing in. We're in the upper 50s in Dover, 53 in Akron right now, already in the low 40s to upper 30s. Portland over to Elyria, 45 downtown. So if you have making any lunch plans, I know maybe you had the light sweater for this morning. Make sure you pull out the heavier jacket, and you're going to need the winter coat for your evening ride home. Check out the trajectory of all this cold air. Yeah, we have clouds and also some snow developing off to the west, and that could clip the north coast for this afternoon. But by and large, we're just going to be sticking with the clouds with the gusty winds. That's going to be the main impact for this afternoon. So east-west travelers, both hands on the steering wheel, especially for those high-profile vehicles. We have the camera shaking around already as we go throughout the next several hours. Temperatures falling from the 40s into the 30s and eventually into the low 30s, nearing the freezing mark by the time we wrap up for this evening. Throughout the overnight, again, mainly quiet, just cloudy skies with a west wind that's going to be backing off. Morning low, 30 degrees, and we're going to be hanging out in the 30s with the low clouds hanging around with your National Design March hourly forecast for your Saturday, mid 30s to upper 30s. That's about it. And then things turn snowier as we head into Sunday and Monday. This could warrant a weather impact alert. I have to consult with the rest of the weather team to see how we're thinking about this snow that's going to be breaking out for us. Really Sunday, that's going to be the snowiest day. The highest confidence we're going to see some widespread snow. Minor to moderate accumulations. This is not going to be a snowstorm. This snow is going to be spreading in, and a light variety type of snowfall is for us for Sunday and Monday. So still some uncertainties when it comes to the tracking of this coastal low, and that's going to go into the intensity of the snowfall by the time we get closer to your Monday and a Tuesday. So we're going to see this pinwheeling effect of widespread snow come Sunday, and then turning more lake effect as we go into Monday. And there's that coastal low. Depending on the track of that, that's going to keep the lake effect snow bands in place for us Monday and a Tuesday, which means more snow accumulations, especially for the snow belt. Here's your Union Home Mortgage 10-day outlook. Gusty for today with a down arrow already taking place for this afternoon. Just simply 30s and low clouds for your Saturday. Sunday and Monday, we're calling about an 80 to 60% chance of widespread snow, turning a little bit more lake effect late Monday and a Tuesday. So we could be looking at some widespread impacts depending on how much snow we're talking about Monday morning. Then Tuesday and Wednesday, another clipper system as we try to warm up, rain and snow chance.